People's action. Video. You got the Denver Broncos will be terrifying. Let's get into it.
Have reached an agreement with the New Orleans Saints to acquire veteran head coach
Shout out to
Sean
Cocozio
Payton in
Sports,
exchange
too.
for draft compensation. The Denver Broncos have reached an agreement with the New Orleans Saints to acquire veteran head coach Sean Payton in exchange for draft compensation. And
Now, do I think this is a good move? See, he's probably better than the guy they had before. What was his name? Forgot his name. That tells you all you need to know right there. Forgot his name. He was terrible. First year head coach. Russell Wilson looked like an absolute bum. He looked like he belonged in Arena Football League.
Keep the same
where the fans call their plays.
When he retired before the 2020
you know, shout out to everyone who's in that league, but you know, it's just different levels to this game.
And now the Broncos have the chance of being a top team in the NFL after winning 5 games only in the regular season.
Yeah.
Last offseason,
Seattle Seahawks traded Russell Wilson for now he looks like a bum, for a top 5 pick. And they still made the playoffs.
The Broncos traded for Russell Wilson and hired ex-head coach Nathaniel Hackett, who ended up being fired after 15 games. But now Denver has a top head coach, Sean Payton. Before spending 15 seasons with New Orleans, Payton had a 9-year coaching career in college and has been with NFL teams such as the Cowboys for 3 seasons, Giants for 4 seasons, and the Eagles for 2 seasons.
We should have got rid of no good for nothing Mike McCarthy and got Sean Payton. That's all I gotta say. My Dallas Cowboys should have got rid of no good for nothing, or good for nothing, whatever you want to say, Mike McCarthy and got Sean Payton. But now we got Mike McCarthy calling plays. They want to have a scapegoat, so they chose to choose Kellen Moore, even though Dak Prescott was throwing the ball to the other team half the time.
But the Denver Broncos have,
I don't know, we looked pretty good against the Bucks, didn't we? Looked pretty good against the Colts, didn't we? Look pretty good against a lot of different teams.
Not maintained a consistent head coach since 2010. In 2010, Josh McDaniels was their head coach, but then he got fired after 2 seasons. John Fox was the coach hired after, and in 3 seasons, he took the team to the Super Bowl, but lost terribly to Seattle, and was fired 1 season right after. Then Gary Kubiak was hired, and in his first season as a coach with the team, he won Super Bowl 50.
Yeah, he won that with John Fox's team. Gary Kubiak didn't deserve that.
Health conditions and the grind of coaching that it took. Next up was Van Joseph, and he was terrible. Then from the 2019 to the 2020 season, Vic Fangio was the guy, and ended up winning 19 games but lost 20 in the 3 seasons. Of course, Nathaniel Hackett was hired right after.
I did not know he was bald.
Disaster. But I think the big question
he literally looks like an egg.
Does Russell Wilson still have the ability to be a top guy, play like one, and lead you to a playoff run? Russell did not have a very good season.
He's not. Russell Wilson's not that good. He's washed. He's old. He's a little slow. He's built, you know, he's a little too stocky now.
He did play 15 games, but ended up throwing 16 touchdowns and was picked off 11 times. Denver's first game of the season was against Seattle in prime time, but lost by 1 point. Hackett's coaching was very questionable in that game, but in week 2, they beat the Texans 16-9, and week 3 won by 1 point against the 49ers. After going 3
you 49ers fans, forget about that. y'all been losing the bums the whole year. Y'all lost to the Denver Broncos.
I thought the Broncos had a chance, but lost 4 straight before picking up a win against Jacksonville in week 8, 21-17. And after their bye week in week 9, Denver lost 5 games straight and won in week 15 against Arizona. The following week was a little bit different. Denver ended up getting blown out 51-14 by the Rams.
I remember that. It was Christmas
Baker
Day.
Mayfield in his 3rd game as a Ram, and that was Nathaniel Hackett's last game. However,
Baker Mayfield's probably going to get a starting contract.
Without a doubt, and that was shown in the regular season with keeping teams away from the end zone. This is why this team can be terrifying, with a strong defense and now a great head coach who will most likely fix the offense, because that's just who Sean Payton is. And the Broncos could really be that team that will make noise. I mean, I honestly thought Nathaniel Hackett was going to be the man that will carry the team for a few seasons, but I was wrong. Plus, I don't think nobody expected for Russell Wilson to play this bad. I didn't. Russell Wilson had a really successful career with Seattle, but he had Marshawn Lynch in the backfield, who was also able.
Marshawn Lynch is underrated running back Everyone, if you watched football in that era, even back when he was with the Bills, everyone, if you like football, you like Marshawn Lynch. That's just simple. Same way, if you like football, you like Chris Johnson. That's simple. There were just certain running backs. If you watched football and you were young, you messed with.
To carry the team, so I don't know how much the credit will go to Russell. Pete Carroll is also the reason why Seattle was so good. I mean, we were able to see that this season with Geno Smith as well. But the Broncos do have a good defense, and this will be a big help to the team. I truly believe Sean Payton is the coach for the Denver Broncos, and there is a feeling that the Denver Broncos will be terrifying, or maybe not.
I don't. Shout out to Cocosio Sports with the banger video. Anyways, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you next. Deuces.